your big day. It's your big day. It's your big day. It's your big day. Every day I play in the sunshine is so heavenly. Oh, oh, oh. I feel it in my soul. Do you feel it in your soul? It's so big. It's so big. It's so big. Bingo day. Bingo day. Bingo day. Bingo. It's yo big day. Oh. It's your big day, yo.
Hello everyone. Hello tribe. How you doing? It's a beautiful day today. It is the most amazing day ever. Ever. You can't even wait for this, can you? You can't even wait for this, can you? It's your big day. Can you actually get it? It's such a good day today. We can't even explain these what's going on today. It's such a beautiful day. Just giving you that really googly good information. This is the Vibe Guide. One-on-one. You on you. Yes, it is. What's up, tribe? Hey, let's get right into it. So, we hope that you're enjoying the Fuck Depression series. It's really one of our most faves. And it's really cool. Loving it. Such a beautiful day. We're going to help you dodge some energy suckers today. Because, yeah, they're out there. They're actually out there. And they want to get you. And we're going to teach you some valuable information. Be happy. Smiles. Big old smiles. Smile. radiating that love energy into the etherdom. Man, it is such a wonderful day today. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling so glowed up, lighting it up from the inner radiance. You ever have someone, jumping right into it, just like snatch your energy when you know you're right? And not right like subjectively right, like objectively right. Like anyone could look at it and go like, yeah, you're pretty right. I don't understand how they could see it that way. Well, how would you know this? Well, you actually have to know that you're in the light. It's like a really good feeling. When you're happy, you're being honest, you're transparent, you're forthcoming about how you feel. You don't have any secrets, you're not trying to always redirect people and send them on a weird detour. Now, that doesn't mean that... You ever have your family tell you when you were a kid, it's none of your business? Or someone say it's none of your business? You don't have to feel that energy. You don't have to feel that energy. You don't have to tell people it's none of your business when people are asking you the most obscure questions. It's going to happen to everyone at one point in time. All you have to do is be you. Be your happy self. Be your radiant self. There's no need to be so defensive, or sometimes what you need to learn about energy is that a great offense also serves as a great defense. What's an example of that in our real life? Radiance. Radiance, it gives, but it also protects. When you live in the light, when you live with the radiance, your continuum is definitely different than other people because you're not focusing your energy on defending anything. You're only focusing your energy on putting out or generating positive vibes. And this is huge because this is changing the way that the world has worked forever. When you are doing good things and you're being your happy self, be careful, because although we said it's a great defense, people will try to take your energy. So we're going to speak about that today. And there's only a few different kinds of people that are going to take your energy. One, we have like the Libra person, the scale, the measurement, the weight, something. This person is going to be the banker in a sense. They are going to tell you what you're worth, as will everyone, but it's going to be very, very interesting because they're going to have an interesting scale. Because everyone's scale is different. This person is going to take your energy because you're not going to be able to understand how your currency doesn't exchange, considering that you are as fair as you possibly can. Then there is what? The devil's advocate. This person wants to stop you for the hell of it. They want to create a problem all the time for you because they want to create a barrier for you. Irrespective of who you are, why you're there, it doesn't really matter. They are just giving people trials because they feel that they are some sort of gatekeeper. Watch out for that person because this person will take your energy. And then there's just the straight up nefarious. Now, what do these people have in common? Well, what they have in common is that they all have their own scale. They all are similar to this Libra-like energy. They all are the banker. They all are the devil's advocate. In a sense, they're the same person. You have to be careful because people are going to construct a template, a rule book right in front of you. It's going to be like, wow, let's say it's cash. Cash doesn't work here. Cash doesn't work here? Whatever the currency is where you live, they won't accept it. Whatever it is that you're doing, they won't accept it. They won't like it. They won't support it. And they're going to be abrasive toward it. You have to protect your energy towards these people. How can you do that? Well, you keep radiating light. And you accept that it's not that you're different than they are. It's that they said so. So you're going to have to understand there's going to be some indifferent people who chose to be prior to you arriving. You have everything that it takes. You have to protect your energy. Some people won't even feel like they can be who they want to become, beings, gods, goddesses. Some beings won't even feel like they get to be the one they wanted to be. Now, this manifests in several different ways. It's really important for you to understand this and be insightful so that you can prevent your energy from being stolen or some sort of illusion, because most of this energy is simply just props. These people aren't really, they're not being real. They're trying to create an illusion to make you feel like you're unworthy, just to create a problem for you, something that you feel you need to get a solution for. You have to protect your energy from these individuals. There are these people in your life right now. They're creating a problem for you when you're not a problem. Now, it's good to check with yourself. It's good to understand when people are trying to tell you something. Maybe you could become better. Maybe you could become more wise. But if you've checked in with yourself, there's not a whole lot you can do if you have ensured that you are in flow, honest, full of integrity, transparent. All you can really do is keep going. Don't let them get in your way. Be careful about these trials. These trials, they're going to pop up when you don't expect them. Someone's going to pop up and they're going to check to see if you have any foreign currency, and foreign here means currency that you made up on your own, currency that they don't take, currency that isn't legal. Energetically speaking, there is an energetic economy, and there is an exchange happening. So pay attention to someone's value system. Sometimes we really don't have an opportunity because it's so fast. You meet someone for 30 seconds. This is why people say first impressions are everything. And the truth is, first impressions aren't everything, but the reason that it's purported to be is because people don't have time to look at someone again. and they choose not to. And why wouldn't you make a poor display of yourself again if you did it the first time? So anyway, you have to watch out, because these individuals, these beings, they're coming for you, and they're going to stop you when it's unnecessary. They're going to create problems for you. When you know you're good at something, when you know you're doing the right thing, you have to be careful about protecting your energy. You have to continue radiating. You have to feel like you. There's going to be moments when you're flowing in your continuum, when you're going down your way, your path, and you know that it's light, that others are going to mistake what is going on. That's not your problem. Essentially, what you need to do is continue trekking. And now we're going to get to the deeper message. Education. A lot of people aren't going to be from your tribe. They're not going to come from the same school of thought or beingness, because they don't possess those skills. And so they're not going to treat you as though they understand you. Someone who's trustworthy, unfortunately, has to prove that they're trustworthy over and over and over again, and it can become quite taxing. You have to understand they're just not educated. This is going to be one of the most challenging things for some of the light beings to understand. But you have to understand that and accept it right now, because it's like someone going to the highest collegiate level possible, and then someone like not even flunking out, not even going to that point, not even going to any sort of post-education that resembles something like that. The funny thing is that that's impossible. The most educational systems resemble each other to some sort of extent. So you might be giving up your energy going, I can't believe this person doesn't understand the kind of person that I am. I can't believe this person can't really sense who I'm being, and that they doubt me when I haven't done anything to be doubted for. People are going to give you problems because they're paranoid, they're being protective, and they're uneducated. Because to walk this path, you have to walk it. You have to give people an opportunity. And some people have been hurt. So they want to check your currency. They're going to say, I know you're lying. I know you're not who you say you are. This is about perception. I know you're different than me. I know we're not the same. Because I'm wearing shorts and you're wearing pants. I know we don't like each other. Because I know you would be wearing shorts like me. And we don't have to be exactly the same to get along. So please understand, you have to radiate your energy and be ready, because there's going to be some really serious moments in your life where it's really pivotal that someone understands you. But you're going to have to learn how to count that as a blessing, because people are actually not going to be understanding you. And sometimes it's going to be good people. But not all the time. Sometimes it's going to be people who look good. But some of the people who look good are often the worst people because they're broken. We call those crooked angels. Crooked angels, they appear to have everything in alignment. They appear to be radiating love and light. They appear to be on the continuum, the path of understanding, but they're broken. They're broken. They went over there and they couldn't stop doing it. But they're not going to allow you to penetrate their veil. They're not going to allow you to look at what's going on behind the curtain. They're not going to allow you to understand what their heart is. And almost every time that you meet a crooked angel who says that you have to give them something so they can measure you, it's because they are afraid of being measured. You have to understand these people do not want to be looked at. You have to understand these beings do not want to be looked at. They do not want to be scrutinized because they don't want people to know. These are the beings that are going to attack the light beings the most and irk them, because they're going to seem like the people that should be a part of your tribe, when honestly, they're just the beings that look like they're supposed to be a part of your tribe. They're going to fit into society really well, appearance-wise. They're going to wear the clothes that seem appropriate. They're going to wear things that look harmless. They're going to speak in ways that are somewhat harmless. But you're going to start seeing this consistency if you have to spend that much time with them. They're going to start lying. They may start stealing. And these are the people who are going to play the banker to you. You have to guard your energy towards these people. You have to understand the crooked angel is the person that succumbed to what? The lack of positive energy. They succumb to it, and now they can't trust anything because they know that everyone else must be doing what they are doing. So they know that everything is perception only. So whatever is going on is whatever they say is going on. Now let's add some more fact in here so you can really understand how to protect your energy. As a glowed up being, you're all glowy and soft and ever so succulite. I love these succulites. You have to understand. You have to understand, if people are perceiving all of the wrong things and they're using it against you, it's because they're crooked now. And here's what you also have to understand. Beings who aren't on the path repel others who are not on the path. So you're going to need a certain level of independence. You may not be sensing this, and I'm glad if you're not. That means you have a certain level of sovereignty, which means that when these happenings are happening, that these beings aren't really getting to you. And that's a really good place to be. That's the ultimate place to be. But at one point or another, we're going to experience it again. So don't forget, there's going to be people, it could be your mother, your father, anyone in your family, friends, colleagues, leadership, all of it. So now let's get into some symptoms, a little bit more, the facts. So these facts. A large percentage of the population is disabled. You have to understand, this tweaks someone's perception of life. A lot of people believe that life is bad. A lot of people. And because of that, they are a little twisted up inside. And lots of times they start leaning to be crooked because they don't have the experience to really understand that life can be better. What percentage of the population is disabled? About half of the population, at least. You can go look it up. According to the CDC, 52% of the population or more is overweight or obese, which is a form of, sickness. And then there's also the disabled, meaning they have some sort of pre-existing condition that is harming their body. You're like, how does this play into the energy? It matters. It's not just woo-wee-woo. It's actual, like, physical and mental and body, spirit. It's everything. It's all interconnected. Then there's their life experiences. So if we're talking about LOA, which we are now, and we're talking about a point of attraction, that means that person is going to have a very specific outcome. And they won't know why. Because there's two worlds happening at the same time. There is the world that go back to that day zero of a being's life, and you will recall that there wasn't a lot of data there. There was only the data provided by the mammalian life, which is limited. It had to be seeded by the elders. It had to be programmed with all of the codes necessary to become the being it must be. This is very toxic. This is very challenging for beings because many beings wake up out of their sleep. And they may wake up and find out that they want to be more heinous than the world because they want some sort of revenge, which isn't abnormal. It's a valid response. And then there are those who are going to wake up out of their sleep and they're going to notice that they can make a change, that they don't have to be like the world. They don't have to succumb to its will, and they rise above it. But they may have to become some sort of energetic ninja. They have to unlearn everything they had to learn to become everything that they're becoming. Again, it's a rebirth. Either way, this is a rebirth. But rebirth is painful. However, when you're reborn, whilst already existing within the construct, leverage is different. You actually have a pre-existing data set and you chose to unknow it. But you know what air is. You know what water is. You know what beings are. It's just that your relationship with them has changed because you have deleted particular energetic fields, codes, messages, programming. So upon a being's awakening, now an awakening doesn't mean a positive thing necessarily. It's a metamorphosis. So when someone metamorphosizes into something that is more woke, if you will, within the light sphere, it's different than them interacting with someone who evolved otherwise. This is evolution. These are facts. These are facts. This is something we cannot avoid. And if you understand that, even if times get a little perilous, you'll understand it's really no fault of your own. You have to protect your energy. You're out here in the middle of an energetic flux, and it can seem like a war at times. So if you're not careful, you may start going to the war because you can't really understand how light can survive. And this is why I love that picket sign or the shirt or whatever that says peace, not war. But what peace inevitably begins to realize is that peace is war. Because that thing that decided to war against peace had its peace disturbed to it. So we have a challenge here. So please understand when you're downloading the codes from the Radiance. It's your big day. You have to understand you metamorphosized and you're looking at life through a different lens. So protect your energy, because just because you are evolved and you are more skilled in particular ways, it doesn't mean the rest of the world understands your energetics. There are going to be people who literally can't even they can't appreciate it. They can't understand it. It's a different language. And I know this can be shocking. Tribe is like, are you going to tell me that beings don't understand me at all? Yes, I'm trying to tell you that beings are going to feel threatened by you. It's like walking past, I don't know, let's say you're going over someone's place and the little dog starts barking at you and trying to chew on your ankle. Are you truly an enemy to the little dog? The little dog can't perceive. The little dog can't perceive that you're not an enemy to it because it just sees this giant thing coming in that, to its knowledge, was not invited. It didn't invite you. Who is that? So please understand, if you want to stay on the continuum that is the path of radiance, you're going to have to understand the duality. You're going to have to understand the rift that is being created by your existence. And you're going to have to take that inner wisdom and you're going to have to apply it accordingly. And it's easy to forget. That's why you need to be very careful about what your circle looks like. Your energetic sphere, your inner sphere with others. Because you may walk into a flux and you may go, there's no way in hell this is reality, right? How could these people be so uneducated and so blind? They're living in their bubble. They're living in their energetic frequency. They're living in their sphere. This earth plane, as recorded, has about 8 billion people on it. But it's not just the countries and the states and the continents and the weather and the stores and the socio-economic status and education that separates everyone. There's something else going on. Beings are evolving and metamorphosizing and awakening at different times from different states. This is creating some sort of perplexity that you may not be able to understand, but I'm here to remind you of the awakening. Because when you awoke, what you didn't understand was that it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone else did, and that they honor your awakening. Everyone isn't going to honor your awakening. Being happy and being loving does not mean everyone is going to understand you. It doesn't mean they're going to treat you nice. So you need to find your tribe if you want to avoid that sort of abrasion, because there has been some wisdom that has said, well, it's good to be around others who don't agree with you because it provides new information. Yeah, that, of course, all information does cause bifurcations, trifurcations, quadrifications in the pathways of knowledge that allow access to new, profound downloads. However, not all of them are absolutely necessary. You have to invent your evolution. You are awakened now. You have to understand, like, why am I here though? Right? Why am I here? Mom, it's your big day. My thumbs are like firmly rested on my index fingers. Sloosh, 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 sloosh. Zoom, 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 zoom. You have to understand. You have to understand. They're not even seeing you. You have no idea. You have no idea. Beings become very dedicated to their perception. Not everyone is very inclusive with wisdom. Not everyone is very universal. Please understand this, so when you engage with it, you understand what's actually going on. You don't have to be afraid of it, but just understand that is not the path for you, and you'll be much more happy. We out here, floating on a cloud of gratitude.